I'm different, yeah, I'm different. I'm different, yeah, I'm different.
What's up, y'all? Team FTS. We're with our good friend Raymond. Hey, Raymond. As y'all can tell by the title, he got top 64 at Nationals with his Mermail deck. So the deck's not dead, and it's not the inferior build. We're here with Kelsey, Matt, Aaron, Chris over there, trying to be quiet. All right, he's going to go through the deck list and give us some highlights of the tournament. He got 41st before top 64.
41st after Swiss, and unfortunately lost in top 64.
What'd you lose to?
Prophecies.
Did you play Prophecies before top?
I dueled 2.
Okay, how'd you do against them?
I saw Spell Canceller and Iron Wall against both of them.
Okay, cool. So go into your deck and just explain stuff.
Well, it's your water build, so I have 3 Linds, self-explanatory, 3 Pikes, 1 Abyss Sturge, and just 2 guns. I used to play 3, but I'll show you later why I'm only playing 2. This combination of cards is just godly. If you have this in graveyard and your Lind dies and you have this in hand, go Turge, pitch gun, get this, pitch whatever you got from Abyss Sturge. So literally you end up getting neutral in the hand and topping with Marksman or Infantry and having 2 monsters on board that are level 4, ready for a rank 4 play.
Very nice, very nice.
We have our big guys, 3 Abysses, 3 Megalos, 3 Lead.
3 lead? Okay.
Obviously, discard outlets for your water monsters. 1 lead, if you can get it on board, activate the effect, pitch 1 card from your opponent. That's always a good feeling when you hit that Swift Scarecrow, which I did. Alright, let's go to our Atlantean monsters. I elected 2 Infantries, 2 Marksmen, 2 Dragoonians, and 2 Divas. Why just 2 of these?
Please, explain.
Because I have Abyss Sturge for recycle.
Okay.
And I have Diva to fetch it from the deck. You can force it to the graveyard by synchroing or summoning. And when you have the third play, you get it. And so you only need to, game 1 at least is how I feel. 2 Marksmen, there's not too many popping set cards nowadays. So 2 Marksmen I think was enough, and it was. Diva gets either of these, as you know. So it's really easy to get these on board. And with Abyss Sturge, recycling both this and this card, Diva is putting in work.
Putting in work.
Diva's not bad. I used to say that. But not
I know it's not bad, Raymond.
These are both water players, and we're all from Jacksonville, and we always play each other. And he's up. Good job, Raymond. All right, continue.
Here's what you want to see against a dragon deck. 3 Maxis and 3 Veilers, which I main.
Oh, man.
And I'll show you these next 3 also. They are trap cards, but I consider them the 9 that you need against dragons. I don't know if it's because of common or I don't know because the deck loves me or I just get extremely lucky. I saw at least 1 Iron Wall 9 out of 10 times against dragons. Game 1, most of my dragon game 1s, it's over in 5 minutes. I do like 5 dragons in a row. You know?
That's me. So you think the Imperial Iron Wall is better than the Tidal version that people want to play with?
I played Tidal for a couple locals, you know, maybe a dozen, actually, more than that. Deja vu. I love this play so much, I don't want to banish them from the graveyard.
Okay.
Also, your Tidal plays, usually, if not always, leads to rank 7 plays. Your rank 7 plays are Abyss Gaios, Big Eye, and Draco Sack. With that many dragons running around, a Big Eye on board with 1 material is bad.
It's very dangerous.
An Abyss Gaios can be baited so easily. And a Draco Sack, it's a Draco Sack. So what, you know? It can be Big Eye, tribute itself, you know.
True story.
that reasoning coupled with the fact that I love this play, at any given one time, if you look at my hand, 90% of the time I'm holding one of these, and this is in the graveyard.
Okay.
This, in my opinion, is the best card in the deck. In this build, at least. I don't know. It doesn't miss timing. Everything activates in the damage step. Abyss Gun is just too pro. The reason why I only play 2 Abyss Guns is because of this card. Salvage. Targets include infantry, marksman, Lin, gun. What
That's
else
a lot of
do you-
targets.
Yeah, it's an insta +1. You know, oh, Diva, obviously. You know, you go Diva, that, salvage, whatever. Who doesn't like 2 salvages, right? Self-explanatory cards. Dark Hole Heavy Reborn. Avarice. I got Avarice this tournament also, I think. A couple times.
Arvis is so good. Oh, God.
And this interesting tech choice I have, especially for Jaugen, because when they know I have a Lin, right? And they attack over it, I'm like, damage step, Jaugen, and then I get my place for at least one turn.
Yeah.
And by that time, I usually have these 2 on board. They will probably fate one of them, but one of them is gonna go through and attack Jaugen, because both can get over its defense. And I like it. I like Chalice. I don't think in this tournament I've ever saw Chalice and I didn't want it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's never dead. Good card.
And obviously 3 Spheres. Do we need to explain 3 Spheres?
No, you're good.
No, we don't need to explain 3 Spheres.
Alright, to the extra decks, sir. After
Alright.
you scoop those up. Notice the amazing mat he got for his top 64. Polydemo, which you'll see
Let's
in a
all
little bit.
notice it. How much
After-
is this gonna go for?
Like 200.
Basket is going.
I'm gonna sell it.
I was gonna go for it. I'm just saying.
This is for my Diva place. I actually wrestled with myself with my extra deck. These were very carefully chosen. Armory on to get over stuff and force Diva and Marksman or Infantry in the grave. Catastar for those nasty pesky non-darks. DeLorean but no Gungnir.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Please.
Because Gungnir is level 7. And I don't want to do a rank 7 play. Because everyone expects it, so they know what to do against it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not have the option of having a
Very
rank
smart.
7. Crimson Blader, Veiler +7. Get them in the Crimson Blader a lot.
Meanest card ever.
So although I have 5 tuners, I only have 4 synchros, which I think is enough. I've used all of them at least once. I don't know about Gachi. I liked it. I used it once and it got big-eyed. It's probably gonna come out of the deck. It was for the mirror. It was for the mirror.
Oh.
You know, you have a 2000 pike. Dweller, self-explanatory. These 2. The play that I showed you that I love is the pike and Turge. When you do everything in your opponent's damage step or end phase and you end up with Turge and pike, this is the play that I love. Bahamut Shark, 2 of this play. Force the bottomless, force the compulse, force whatever. And then you're still left with a lot of plays. I use this against Ophion. Force a marksman target.
Yep.
And also another target for Bahamut Shark for tribute purposes. And my rank 7s, 2 big eyes, 2 Gaios, and a Dreadnought Sad.
It's beautiful.
When I don't know what I'm playing, I usually go first turn Gaios if I can.
Yeah.
With the rank 7 plays. I don't like going first turn this guy.
Understandable.
So that's 15, right? I think so. Yeah, that's 15.
This be 15,
All right.
though. You cheated.
Side deck.
Alright, let's put these in order. MSTs. You never know. You know, I dueled Fire Fist. No, Constellars. He had Bear. MSTs. This card has won me so many games.
Oh my god, that card is so
against
good.
dragons. I'm just like, I only side these in for dragons, you know. There is not one time that I don't, like, I saw debunk and didn't like it, you know.
This is a mean ass card.
It's like, you know, banish for a big dragon, debunk, no effect, no summon, no effect. So 3 cards are banished and nothing happened. Oh, also Valor and Maxi.
The card's so mean.
And Swift Scarecrow.
I can't emphasize how mean that card is. Like,
Breakthrough for Ophion. Draco Sack during your turn. I already made the 3 Valors and the Chalice, so I thought that more monster effect negation is just, for game 1 at least, was unnecessary. But I did see Breakthrough, and I'm gonna keep them inside. Compulse Notice First Edition IOC Rare.
notice.
I love original prints. Compulse, especially for Big Eye, Draco Sack, Exceed Heavy Monsters.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So good. So good.
MVP?
2 spell cancelers. I dueled 2 prophecies in Swiss, and if you look on my Facebook, I posted some updates there. Spell canceller at 1 game, I attributed something. Attack for 18. Opponent goes draw fast turn. 18. Draw fast turn. 18. 4 18s per game.
That's funny.
So, really good.
You like
I
Spell
like it
Counselor?
better than I like it better than Eradicator or whatever, because, you know, they have the spell cards, they just can't use them. Questionable, but I like it. I bounced the Priestess off of it. It's a water, so
Yeah.
it's, again, this is for that rogue deck. These are for the rogue decks that I anticipated on, you know, dueling. Abyssdine, Ophion, Killer.
Alright, what does this card do?
When it's summoned by a Mermail, you summon a level 3 or lower from your graveyard. Think of Abyssgun getting this from the grave, and this getting Abyssgun from the grave.
That's funny.
And you're like, oh hey, I start my turn with 2 level 3s. Let me go tempo and remove that last material
That's
of
amazing.
Ophion. They have, you know, if they preemptively dress, you're like, okay, I'll change tempo, you know. Angel 07, especially for the mirror, but I only do with 1 mirror. And for the dragon matchup also, but I never saw it. I only saw it in 1. It's probably gonna get out of my extra deck.
It's gonna get out.
It's gonna get out. And 3rd infantry for Ophion, for dragons, for anything that controls the field with face-up cards.
Understandable.
And mind controls.
Why mind control?
A lot of times when dragons get defensive, they leave a dragon on board,
Yeah.
and it gives me rank 7 place. Also for the mirror match.
Correct. Alrighty.
And I have level 3s, I have level 4s, and level 7s. At any one time, if they have a level 3, 4, or 7, I can make an exceed.
So did you have this go in the tournament?
I actually didn't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I only sided in for the mirror, and even that was straightforward.
Okay.
So this is probably gonna go. This is gonna go. Debunks are staying. I don't know. I removed Mind Crush before. I don't regret anything though. I mean, I did as much as I could with the cards I drew. And sometimes I got lucky, sometimes I didn't.
Thanks, Snowman. You would have rather did Snowman than Penguin Soldier?
Snowman Eater, interesting choice. I don't know, this hits a lot of Exceed cards, you know?
Yeah.
Like bounce.
I like it.
It likes chewing gum.
I like.
Yeah.
And these are my tokens. This is the cover of my first book, Jack of Spades. Check it out on Amazon.com. Search for my name right there, Raymond Alfonso. You'll see that I have 2 books out, and the third one is coming out in September.
All right, thank you, Raymond.
Nigga.
Raymond
Thank you.
from Jacksonville. Wait, aren't you from the Philippines actually? Oh, he lives in Jacksonville. Anyways,
Top 64.
bye. Top 64. Yeah, Raymond. Yeah.
Chewing gum?
Sure.